This one doesn't take as long as number one because they're only asking you about one thing. It says, how would the graph look different if we made a equal to positive 2 instead of a equal to negative 2? All right, now I want you to notice, I'm going to use a yellow dot because I think I'll be able to see this. You can see that right here, that's the point that is halfway between those two red dotted lines. And this graph is going like that. It's heading downward. That is because you have a negative 2. If you have a positive 2, then the graph is actually going to go like this and curve and finish going upwards. So it really just switches, the blue graph switches to that. And what that's doing, your choices, it's all multiple choice. It says the graph would reflect about the line y equals x. Just to refresh your memory, if y equals x, that means when x is 1, y is 1. When x is 2, y is 2. When x is 3, y is 3. That line is this diagonal in the graph. And this thing is definitely not flipping around that. So it's definitely not that one. The graph would be reflected horizontally about the x-axis. Nope, that's not what's happening, because if it were to flip around the x-axis, then the point, let's see, your dashed lines are here and here, and it's right there, and your graph is doing this. But if it flipped around the x-axis, this point here would end up here. It would totally, it would be pivoting around this point here. And so every point would pivot around that. So this point would end up here. And it's not doing that at all. So it can't be that one. The graph would reflect vertically about the y-axis. Well, if it went, your y-axis is right here. If it pivoted around the y-axis, your graph would be over here like that, between dotted lines over there. So that ain't it. The graph would reflect across the line y equals -1, which is what's happening here, because this point, let me go back, this point right here, that goes through this horizontal line, which is y equals -1. It rotates around that line, not the x-axis. So it's this one right there. And obviously it's not the last one. There would be a big difference. Okay, so it's this one here. And how did I do? Yay! The end.